just went on my first run in a long time. My cardio game has been way, way off. I replaced it with breath work and gym time and staying in pretty good shape in spite of no cardio. And then the breath work, because you're getting all this oxygen and it almost feels similar in some way. So I was blowing it off, but I felt myself kind of descending a little bit spiritually in the battle that is waging against principalities within. It is pouring rain. And I am sitting at the school in Akron, Ohio, the school that I went to grade school in, from kindergarten to 6th grade. Of course, it's been completely rebuilt, but this is the exact same location. Even the same brick color. But anyway, it's pouring rain. So I don't think it's too shady that I'm sitting at an elementary school. Anyway, no one's here, but I don't think a strange man sitting at an elementary school is not a good look. But no one's here, and it's pouring down rain, so there you go. And I went here. So it's interesting being back in Ohio, visiting the folks, and still trying to maintain the work of working on presence. Always did breath work today a couple times, and locked into the moment. And had an interesting flight on the way here where we sat next to this Korean lady, me and my daughter, Alessia, and I told her the name of my daughter was I said, "This is Alessia." I introduced ourselves. We're our seat mates. And she's had a shocked look on her face. Uh-oh, my mic just fell. Check, 1, 2. She had a shocked look on her face and said her businesses were named Alessia, which is interesting. And then she proceeded to tell me she was a clairvoyant healer and had a vegan restaurant, and started doing a healing on me, which I was totally open to. But she kind of started volunteering the information. Like, she said, "Oh, you've lost a lot of your motivation for life." She was kind of hitting me deep straight away, like, which I don't really feel like I have lost a lot of my motivation for life, but she was kind of hitting me with, like, you've gone through, like, you've been way, way, way down, and you've done a lot of work to come back up, but you still have wounds in you that are holding you back. And it did resonate, I have to say. I was like, because I've done a lot of work on forgiving and forgiveness and ho'oponopono, and I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I mean, steeped myself in that for a long time. I've, like, faced off every important person in my life. Well, I mean, there's still some people I don't hold resentments to, but might hold them to me. But that I still, would like to resolve things. But, like family and stuff like that, I've forgiven everybody actively. Like, I've really done a lot of work on forgiveness and letting go. And knowing I need to be forgiven. It's also, like, I'm not saying I'm the one that needs, like, I used to believe that. I used to have a sort of victim mentality. And thankfully have overcome that, because that does nobody any good whatsoever. But anyway, so this lady was, telling me that, and she said that I had gifts to bring to the world, and that were spiritual in nature. And that resonated to me too. And even just trying to make videos, there's that thing of, like, well, what right do I have to make videos or give spiritual advice? But the thing is like, I don't know, I appreciate when other people give me spiritual advice, and I don't really necessarily think they have every single aspect of their life completely figured out. I mean, because I think life is one day at a time scenario where the battle is against principalities or against thoughts and ego, trying to get into presence is a sort of daily thing. And maybe there's enlightened gurus who just click over to presence full time and they never have any sort of effort at all to become present. So yeah, she sort of, but yeah, that's not me. I do a lot of work towards becoming present, but I think that's a cool place to share stuff from, because you're just in the battlefield with everyone else. You're not some sort of guru on high that can't really relate to the common man. So she told me that that I had things to offer in that regard, and I thought that's kind of interesting because that resonates with me, and it's even something I wanted. Like, I love making music, and I'm super happy that that's going well again for me. But there's other things I want to do. And so what are the things that we want to do that we limit ourselves with our own little thoughts or our own things like, well, who am I to give spiritual advice? Or if your thing isn't spiritual advice, if your thing is you want to write songs but you don't really write songs, or who am I to write songs? It's that who am I to voice. Whatever your goal that you're reaching for, that you aren't allowing yourself to fully sort of embrace and embody, and what is holding that back. And it's always thoughts, it's always fear-based stuff, and presence and becoming present and kind of sort of allowing the light of God and the Holy Spirit to communicate to you and through you is always the sort of answer. Even in creative pursuits, when you write the best songs, it's like channeled through you. It's not really thought form. So it's always about taming the mind. But it was interesting because she said a lot of information. She also, said that she called out that I had Scottish ancestry, and that in a past life I was a Scottish warrior, and that I had died or sacrificed my life for the freedom of Scottish people. So I thought, in my head, I'm thinking, wait, I was Braveheart. But she said a lot of interesting things. That's kind of a joke, but I did have that funny thought, like she did describe that. But and who knows? I will say this though: she got really quiet, and she was just doing internal work, right? And I'm sitting there. Alessia was like watching cartoons. At one point, she was sleeping, and I was tending to her a lot too. And then every once in a while, this lady would come out of her trance and tell me some information. And and I was like, listen, I was zeroed into it. I didn't put on my headphones. I didn't watch a movie. I was like looking at this lady, and I was feeling this healing energy transmit into me. Now, it could have been psychosomatic. We all want a healing. We all want to believe, yes, I'm being healed. But I think I actually had my first kiss with a girl like in that corner, but it used to be bushes. Like, seriously. Anyway, that's an aside. I was tuning in, and I felt something in my stomach, and it was for the whole flight. Like 3 hours she was doing this healing, and at the end she's like, you feel lighter, don't you? And I was like, yes, I do. And you're better prepared with more forgiveness towards your parents for this trip. And I was like, yeah, I am. And I didn't have any conscious resentment towards them, but who knows? We're sort of vast, and we contain multitudes deep in the echoes of our unconscious. But I asked her, what are you doing when you're going into that state and getting all quiet, and like, why do I feel something like? And she said, I'm going into your wounds, and I'm going into them on a molecular level, and I'm altering them. I'm damaging them, or I'm changing them, making them ineffective. So it was awesome. We exchanged information. If Hungju is her name, and if she sees this, God bless you, Hungju. Thank you so much for that healing. It's helped. And it's helped in terms of just even somebody saying, yes, you have gifts and you have something to offer in this department, so just do it. So this is me just doing it. Going on a run and turning on the video camera and making a video because I want to do stuff like that. I want to share. I want to share my light and my journey because it's not one where everything is figured out and I never make a misstep. That's not the point. But it is one where I'm actively doing the work on a daily basis to overcome. And so for all of us doing that work, why not share it, right? Look at the rain coming down. This is gonna suck. I don't know how to get home. I might have to sprint home. I'm not that far. I used to walk here as a boy every day. I got bullied right over there. That used to be a playground. I survived though. Fairlawn School. Anyway, so that's a little video, little hometown video. It's wonderful to be in this space where I'm with my family, and there's the intention and energy of healing and forgiveness and love, and no time in my mind for judgment or condemnation. That's always a dead end. Anyway, this rain's going crazy and I feel like that's long enough for the Fairlawn Elementary School video. See you on the next one.